In this video, we're going to be using Zingari Men Coconut Nanas and the King C Gillette Razor. Stay tuned. Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host CDB. Thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And as mentioned before, today we're going to be using Zingari Men Coconut Nanas, and this is a really terrific scent. If you like coconut, pineapple, and peach, which is what the notes are, it is absolutely terrific. It's got a great scent. The fragrance comes from Rirana Perfume. I'm sorry if I'm saying that incorrectly. I believe they are out of Malaysia. Really nice label created by Raza from Shaving with Raza. I love it. And it's got a really, really nice, robust scent. I know sometimes people complain that the Zingari Man scents aren't stout. This one is pretty stout. It's at least medium, if not medium high. Really, really nice scent. The consistency on the soap is very, very soft, almost cream. If you touch it, it'll come off on your finger, as you see there. So this is a very, very soft soap. So something to consider if you're loading from it. This has not been released yet, but it will come out sometime in June. Heather allowed me to purchase this early, and I'm glad because I really like the scent. It is a wonderful, bright, uplifting scent. It's just the kind of scent that makes you feel good. If you're looking for something similar, think St. Bart's from A&E, along those lines, tropical vibe, really, really nice, bright, good stuff. And we'll put the ingredients for you right there. I believe this is a new vegan base, and we'll talk a little bit about that as we go. Really looking forward to using this today. The razor for today is the King C Gillette razor, which was released about a year ago by Gillette. And here is what the razor looks like. It's got a very long handle. This runs you about $21 on Amazon. I'll link all the products below. The handle is made in China. The head is made in Germany. The blades are made in Russia. And basically, this is like a Mula R89 head or Edwin Jagger DE89 style head. And inside the box, they give you some King C Gillette blades, which is what we're using today. I wanted to bring this one out again and use it today. I'm glad that Gillette has brought back these razors. Again, people will find them in the drugstores and other places and go, what about that safety razor? You know, so to me, it's a positive thing. I don't really like the long handle too much, but overall, it is a good shaver, and I enjoyed using it last year, and I thought I'd use it again about a year later. Okay, so let's get going. 24 hours growth. You can see the salt there. I'm just applying plain water here to the face, and then we will apply our soap. I'm using the APShaveco handcrafted series with cashmere fan knot, and there is our soap. I did have to use a little more product. This is a brand new base to me, and one of the things to always keep in mind is when you're using a soap that is brand new, there is a learning curve, or a soap base that is brand new. There's a learning curve involved there in lathering it. So my initial lather with this soap, I used about probably 3/4 of a teaspoon. And when I lathered it, it just went up in the knot. So I had to squeeze it out of the knot. Then I add a little more product. And that's one thing I want to just remind people of. Please, folks, do yourself a favor and use plenty of product. You don't want to have a bad experience because you're not using enough product. I have been bitten by that a few times over the last year. And so just make sure you're using plenty of product. If it doesn't look right, add more and press on. And this did reward me with a good lather, but I have to say, I had to work with it a little bit because all of it went straight up in the knot. And I found that with really soft soaps, that tends to happen sometimes. I'm not sure why, but it did. Anyway, the end result though is, I think, a rather nice lather. I did have to work at it a little bit more than usual, more than the Sago, but you're going to expect that because it's brand new. I'm just adding a little hydration in here. It feels good on the skin, the lather, you know, no sort of burning or anything like that from fragrance. This is a terrific fragrance, by the way. Really, really bright, nice. I think this is a fragrance that people would have a problem taking issue with. Like, I don't think anybody would be put off by this. Now, I think some men who pride themselves on just liking masculine scents, it might not be their cup of tea, but still, I don't think anyone would find it unpleasant because it's one of those fragrances that just smells really, really nice, and it's from my perspective, it would be hard for someone to find it offensive. All right, here we go with our King C Gillette razor. Again, last year this razor came out, it was sold originally in the Walgreens pharmacies here in the United States. And they were just popping up on the shelves. It was exclusively at the time at Walgreens. Now it's on Amazon. And again, you can get it for about, a little over 20 bucks. And it's just a standard R89 type head, which is a good proven design in terms of shape. Mild, it's definitely mild, but it gets the job done, as you're seeing. And one thing about this vegan here, it is slick. There's no doubt about it. So in terms of slickness, it is definitely slick. You can really feel that residual slickness. It was a little more finicky to lather. Like, it's not going to burst into lather like some of your other soaps that you might use on a regular basis. But once I worked it, it came around. It's very creamy. It's very nice. Feels good. It's got a good texture to it. We don't talk about that much, but soaps sort of have a texture and feel to them on your face. And this one just feels nice on the skin, lack of a better way of explaining it. And the scent, of course, I really like it. It's a winner for me. And I will say, I used when I bought the barrel proof soap, also bought the Splash for the first time. And I was pleasantly surprised by that Splash, because a lot of times what happens with me is some of the skin food splashes, after an hour or so, they leave my skin very oily, and I do not like that at all. But I was very pleasantly surprised that, and it's the first time I've used the Zingari Man Splash, that it didn't leave my skin oily. And also the fragrance hung around on that, and there's no alcohol or anything in it. And I did like it. And so I probably should have bought the Splash with this one, because I really like this scent a lot. And again, if you're thinking in style, it's similar to A&E St. Bart's in style, like that nice tropical vibe, professional scent for sure. You can tell. You get all the elements, the coconut, now, I know when people see coconut nanas, they think sort of slang here in the US. Some people will call bananas nanas or something like that. That is not what it is. This is peach, pineapple, and coconut. There are no bananas in this one. I know that's one of the things that, first time I saw the label, I thought, oh, yeah, that's going to have banana in it too. It does not. Or at least it's not on the front of the label there. I don't think it's in the notes. But anyway, keep in mind that I believe in other languages that nanas means coconut, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, please comment below and let me know. I'm not an expert in all these things. I do try to get it right, but I am pretty busy and I don't always get it right. So if someone knows differently, please feel free to share your comments below. Again, if you're making a comment and you're like, this is what this means, I'm never offended by that sort of thing. And those things don't bother me. Now, if you start making unfounded and untrue allegations, like I said last week, that's not going to go. But if you're saying, hey, here's what this word means, that's a learning moment for me, and I appreciate that. So feel free to help me out. As you can see there's good sheen on the lather there. Now that I've added some hydration. Again, with a new soap formula, you always have to work at it and sort of figure it out. Now, some are easier than others. Some just naturally, you just lather them and they come along, and some require a little bit of effort. This one did require a little bit of effort for me because I came off Sterling Week, you know what I mean? And Sterling Week is so easy to lather, and I'm so familiar with it. That's another thing that I would need to underscore is if you're used to using a lot of particular type of soap, and then you go to something dramatically different, there will be a learning curve. So for new folks, keep that in mind and make sure you use plenty of product, and don't be afraid to revisit it. You know, if you don't think you're getting the result you want, revisit it, try again, and See if you can get a better result. Even scoop some out, practice lathering, if you will, or if you'd like. And a lot of times they'll come around. Now, there are some soaps that I found I just don't like them based on the way I do things, and I But this one, it did come around after I finessed it a little bit. And that is just inexperience with a brand new soap base. But I'll know next time, sort of what to expect. First of all, add a little bit more product. And for me, at least, I find that when these soaps are extremely soft, this one, if you could push your finger clear through to the bottom. That's how soft it is if you wanted to. Sometimes I have to use a little more. And there's really no problem with that. For me, I use whatever is required. Oh, I forgot to talk about price, excuse me. The price on this when it comes out in June, $24.95 for 5 ounces, or $4.99 an ounce on our price chart there, which is a fair price. And again, this is vegan, so keep that in mind. If you're someone who likes vegan soaps, give it a shot, or you just want to try something different. Not everyone loves vegan. Some people use only vegan. There's no right or wrong way there. Whatever you like to do. Some people use only vegan. That's okay. I don't have any problem with that. As long as you're happy in your shaves and enjoying them, that's certainly okay with me. But now, I will say, I don't like it when people sort of crap on, like, if you're someone who uses only vegan, I'm never going to tell you, you're wrong, you should use tallow, or I'm never going to do that. And conversely, if someone only used tallow and they said, you should never use vegan, I wouldn't say that either. We all have preferences, and I tend to prefer tallow. It's just yielded the best experiences for me over the years, and I'm more familiar with it. Again, that can't be overstated, in my opinion. Being familiar with certain types of things, you'll get better with it, and you'll achieve a result easier, which a lot of times is pleasant, of course. And so, but I would say right now, I have enjoyed, this is a very enjoyable soap to use in terms of the scent. I think certainly, I think it's going to have a wide appeal to a lot of people. As long it is on the sweet side, I wouldn't call it crazy sweet. I think it comes together rather nicely, and I think it will appeal to a lot of people, both men and women. It's one of those scents that I think will just work for a lot of people. Let's add a little more hydration here, just for the heck of it. It is quite slick, I will say that. The soap itself, quite slick. Let's see if we can get this evened out and get on with the shave today. Yeah, I'm glad, by the way, that Gillette made the Heritage razor, which you saw me use the other day. Maybe I'll use the Heritage against the King C here, just for, demonstration. But I'm glad they came out with these razors. I know a lot of people were disappointed. They want to see them make something like a Fat Boy, but you have any idea how much a Fat Boy would cost if they made it today, Gillette? Especially here in the United States, it would be expensive. I'd love to see it all the same, but I'd also love to see new design from Gillette. That would be awesome. But I'm glad these razors came out, because a lot of people found this razor in Walgreens, or it might have been in Boots in the UK. You folks from the UK can tell me if they ever... So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Walgreens and Boots are connected in some way. And again, you folks from the UK can coach me up on that below. But anyway, originally this was only in Walgreens. Now you can get it on Amazon. So that's cool. And a lot of people will, Gillette, undeniably, has a huge name as it applies to shaving. And so these type of products will attract new people, and new people is the name of the game for everyone involved. Whether you're an artisan, content creator, hobbyist, whatever your level of activity or whatever you're doing within the hobby, it's always nice if more people are doing it, because that drives innovation. People have more money to spend on innovation if more people are trying their products, and so growth is great for all of us. And so we should always be, in my opinion, we should always be glad when products come out that have the potential to bring new shavers to the market. And this razor certainly does that. It's kind of puzzling that they made the handle in China. I don't know why they, well, cost is why they did it, but the Heritage handle was made in the USA. This one was partly made in China, the handle, head made in Germany, blades made in Russia, so it's sort of made all over the place and cobbled together. But it shaves well. Again, if you appreciate Edwin Jagger DE89, Mula R89, then the head on this is going to be for you. And it really is a tried and tested design that works very well. It's been replicated a million times, and it's been replicated yet again with this razor. Easy to make. Obviously, they make a lot of them in that Mula factory. Very, very nice. Personally, I could have had a handle that was a little shorter. I would have preferred it, but still, it shaves well. And the blade shaves well. The blade's kind of expensive if you look at the blades. So I'm not sure why the blade's so expensive, but it is a good blade. I'm liking it. This is the first use on this particular one. Not a bad blade, but I don't know that I would buy them at their price, but you know, it is what it is. But it's a nice little razor, and I, for one, hope Gillette will make more safety razors and things of that nature, because it will bring even more people to the hobby with their huge name and marketing money that they pump into these things. Now, of course, they're not going to pump as much into a traditional shaving product as their cartridge stuff. We understand that because they make a lot more money on that, but any marketing they can do is good for us, I think. I must say, quite an enjoyable shave today. No nicks, cuts, creepers, weepers, irritation, bubbles, troubles. You can't beat that. And on that note, we shall rinse and come back, get into the post. Stay tuned. And all right, we are back and off cam. We did a warm water rinse to remove the soap, and then we applied our alum. Following that, we did a cold water rinse and then toweled off with our Lancaster towel prior to applying the Thayer's Magic, because it's made by witches. This is Thayer's Cucumber. I had a really nice shave today. I really enjoyed the Zingari Man Coconut Nanas. This will come out sometime in June. Keep an eye on the Zingari website. Really nice fragrance. The soap quality is good. I did have to work at it a little bit because it's a new base, but overall, really nice. I enjoyed it. Big thumbs up for me. Really, really nice. We used the Gillette King C razor, which you can get on Amazon for about $21, and I enjoyed it. No problems whatsoever with that. Of course, we used our Captain's Choice bowl, APShaveco handcrafted series brush with cashmere knot, and we shall finish it off with St. Bart's, because I don't have the splash for this one, but St. Bart's will be, you know, in the same realm. It's not a duplicate scent or anything like that, so don't get me wrong. It's just, it has that same vibe, and today we're going to be smelling great. We've had a nice tropical start to the morning, and I, for one, am very happy about it. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, I've been your host, CDB, reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way, and as always, God bless.